Hi, welcome to my channel. It's Sultan back at you with another video. This video, since we just entered the fall season of 2018, I tend to like leathery fragrances during the fall season. So in this video, I will showcase my top 10 leather fragrances from my collection. And of course, they're not in any shape or form the best leather fragrances in the world. They are, to me, from my collection. There are a few that I like that I don't own. But from the ones that I do own, I chose the top 10 favorites. And some of them are not very leathery dominant, but they have a leather note or accord. And I mean, some of them are not even mentioned in their note breakdown, but that's how I feel about them. So, and it was very difficult to put them in order. So I kind of did my best, and that's how I feel about it, about them in the time being. So without further ado, I'll just go into the list and I'll try to give a brief description of each one. We'll start off with number 10. This one is from the House of Amwaj, and it's called Epic Man. This is the green bottle, Epic Man. You can kind of see the name somewhere around there. This one is, I would say, a spicy, green, smoky, with like a resinous incense. It has an oud note. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in the note breakdown. I get a oud feeling in like an animalic leather. I think this one's very masculine, and to me it's very long lasting. That would be number 10. As for number 9, I chose this beauty right here from Olfactive Studios. This is Chambre Noir. Sorry about the lighting, but if you can see the name, this dark, leathery, it's like a plum patchouli leather on top of like a creamy sandalwood. This is a beautiful scent. I really like it. It's very well blended, subtle. It sits closer to the skin though. I think it's great for, like intimate, close, or I would say like date scent. It's classy, very mature. One of my favorites. I've been using it lately. I just purchased it recently. So, Chambre Noir, number 9. I don't know how I'm going to put them in there. Anyway, number 8. Number 8 would be, this fragrance has a funny story. لا يقاوم by Rasasi. Very nice. Of course, everybody knows how similar this is to Tuscan leather. It's almost identical. If you don't own Tuscan leather and you know Tuscan leather's scent, you cannot tell the difference. I would say this is it's a very great and unbeatable price versus quality. And like I said, it's very similar to Tuscan leather, but more the raspberry note is I think is more prominent, making it much more versatile. I kind of prefer it over Tuscan leather. I think it's very authentic. The leather note is very authentic, less ashy than Tuscan leather, maybe a little more sweet. I think it lasts. I used to have Tuscan leather, and I had like a tester, or a sample or whatever. I think this outperforms it. I don't know, some people differ. I had a funny story with this one. I went to their boutique, Rasasi, And I asked about this fragrance. And the funny thing is, I found out about this fragrance through YouTube, from the community here in YouTube. And I told them about it, and I asked them if they knew that it was very popular. They actually had no idea. And the guy who works there just told me he hopes that the owners don't know about it, so they won't raise the prices. Anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. That was number 8. So number 7, I chose the one that beat Tuscan Leather for me. I purchased this. This is my second bottle, actually. It's from the house of Clive Christian. This is C. This is beautiful. I don't know. I liked it so much in the past. I kind of haven't been using it for a while, but used to be one of my favorites. It's also similar to Tuscan Leather, but I think it has a smoother leather accord. It's very mature, very classy, masculine. I think it's refined, less sweet, but more balsamic compared to Tuscan Leather. Beautiful and amazing performance as well. Of course, all of the top 10, I think, to me, have very, very, very good performance, and that's why some of the ones that I had that weren't as good in performance didn't make this list. So that was number 7. Number 6 was a tough one, but I chose from the house of Nasomato. This is Duro. If you haven't tried this, you might not like it at first sniff. This is I thought it was very pungent, sharp. This is the most, in my opinion, the most masculine scent I can think of. This is very medicinal, sharp, radiating, great woody, leathery scent. This stuff is I mean, the more you use it, the more you like it. When you first sniff it, you might not like it. You might think it's a little too much, but trust me, this stuff is amazing. Duro by Nasomato. And of course, like, beastly performance. This stuff is insane. Like, it's a 30 ml bottle, but it's an extrait de parfum, so this would last a lifetime. Trust me. That was number 6. Moving on to number 5. Okay, so these are my top 5. It was really difficult putting them in order, but long story short, number 5 from the House of Woodian. This is the beautiful London. The bottle is beautiful. The scent is amazing. This gets compared to Tuscan Leather as well, but I think it's way more sweeter. It's like a sweet suede leather with like fruity undertones. It's much more fruity. There's definitely a oud in this, and probably I can smell vanilla. It has that, like, the vanilla vibe. I think this is beautiful. This is amazing. I can use it even when it's a little bit warmer, but just with fewer sprays, especially when you're indoors. This stuff is amazing. I love it. It was tough putting it number 5. Okay, so moving on. Number 4. This fragrance by the House of Roja Dove. This is Fetish Perfume. This is another crazy one. This is one of the fragrances similar to, well, it doesn't smell like Duro, but I had the same reaction when I first smelled it. I was like, I honestly didn't like it first sniff. This is very deep, dark. it's like a sexual scent with spicy leather. You sense that lime, maybe oak moss. I don't know. It has like this daring animalic castoreum note, maybe, and it's very potent. This stuff is very potent, but as it dries down, just gets better and better. It's beautiful. It's very daring though, very mature. I like it a lot. I like the first sniff. I didn't like it. I sprayed it, and then I went back and bought it after it dried down. It was. I really like this stuff, but this is not for everyone. Test it, sample it to the max before you buy this one. But I really, really like it. Fetish by Roja Dub. That was number 4. Okay, so number 3. Number 3 is a beautiful, well, I might say beautiful a lot. I might say one of my favorites a lot, because this was tough. I love all of these. I wouldn't have bought them if I didn't love them, if they didn't actually make me feel amazing personally. Words can't express. But this beauty right here is from the house of Andy Tower, none other than Accord du Desert. You know, everybody knows that this is similar to the Moroccan one, but after tons of testing and sampling, I have the Moroccan as well. This one wins. This has, I think it's a very dark, smoky, but more smooth than the Moroccan. And I feel like it has more of an ambery leather accord. It's like it goes down to the Moroccan dry down from the beginning. Someone mentioned that in one of the reviews, and I agree 100%. This stuff is beautiful. Very long lasting. It sits close to the skin though. This one does not project as much as the other, but I just keep loving this more and more as I use it, and I just can't get enough of it. Amazing, amazing perfume. If you haven't tried it, you're missing out. All right, so for my number 2, this stuff I recently purchased as well. I sampled it, or I tested it multiple times, and I just had to have it. This little big giant in a mini form is none other than from the house of Andy Tower. This is Attar Perfume Oil. This is a tiny bottle, by the way, just so you can compare. Look at that. It's like, but this is more than enough, trust me. All you have to do is just dab it on your skin. This sits very close to the skin, but amazing performance. It's very potent, dark, leathery, has somewhat of a floral note, amazing longevity. I really like this one. I'm still discovering or exploring it and testing it, but I keep liking it more and more and more. Amazing. Not a high projector, but you sense this beautiful bubble around you. It's very long lasting. Worth it. This is like, I think, 5 milliliters. Yeah. All right. Last but definitely not least, this last one is my scent of the night. I love it so much that I couldn't wait till it cools down. I've been using it in warmer weather, and it just performs. It's just, I can't describe this enough. Some might think that this could be surprising to some of you, being #1 in the top 10 leather fragrance list, but I mean, it has leather in its name, to give you a hint. This is just absolutely amazing. From the house of Mimo Paris, this is African leather. Wow. This is an amazing, leathery, spicy, fresh, in a very weird way. Maybe from maybe like geranium or something in a minty, I don't know. Maybe it's the saffron. It has this dry cardamom. The cardamom is very prominent. Lasts forever. It just keeps getting better and better as it dries down. I think this can be worn anytime. I mean, I've been wearing the hell out of this. I purchased this not long ago, but I just can't get enough of it. I think I'm going to finish it before fall is over. But this stuff is highly recommended by me. I mean, everybody, there's a hype going on. But, I mean, it's for a reason. This stuff is great. It's spicy, leathery, dry. I don't know, like I said, there's something fresh about it. I just don't know what it is exactly. I didn't go deep into the notes, but it's about how it makes you feel. This stuff is well deserved. #1 at the time being. It might change in the near future. There's always something great coming out. Might like one of these over the other. Whoa. But anyway, that was my top 10 favorite leather fragrances from my collection. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment down below if you have any questions or any comments whatsoever. Let's get a discussion going. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you with the next video.